Zoe? What's up, Zoe? Stay putting in the bacon. Putting it in there.
Go on live feed. ODB Welding Works. He's about to show the world how he does his work.
What works in the name?
That's the man with the hour right there. We're getting 2 waves so far.
So like once again, got the larceny out. Good old, for a $30 whiskey, it's a good whiskey. Good old Ferrari glass, because I'm drinking in the gay rush.
Three waves.
Yay. Hi KI people.
LadyG.
What's this?
You got any people in ours?
She's doing
No, Miss Sins. I don't.
a CB wagon.
I got it.
Give another minute or two.
H22 is the power plant.
Well, Dave, you want to talk about your kit real quick while people are coming on and stuff? And
Yeah, this right here is the CB7 kit that we just come out with like last weekend. It was based off of this car, and we're going to install a bunch of these pieces tonight. Now with her car, we can't install all of them because these are made to do the AC, the heat, the AC drain, all of that stuff. Some of that stuff we're going to keep in this car, so we're only going to use some of it. But yeah, this is the kit right here. It's pretty simple. It's just all your pieces for all the larger holes in the bay that you can't just plug with a welder. Just simplifies the whole process.
And where can they find this kit?
You can find it on odbweldingworksfab.com. And I also make them for EG, DC, EK, CRV, EF, DA, and plenty more coming. I'm going to start making them for other cars too. So probably be 350Z, 240, BRZ, some of the more common chassis, maybe some Volkswagens. But
all right, you want to talk a little bit about what goes into before you can start putting these in? What you have to do?
I could show them the equipment, the welding stuff first.
Well, I mean, sure. I don't care. Do what you're gonna do, babe.
Yeah. Alright, I always like to weld on cars with a gas welder. I see so many people online using flux core welders. And personally, it creates a real big mess, a lot more cleanup. The weld is porous. It's definitely going to rust out much sooner than a gas welder would. And it's just easier to use. The flux core welders are just dirty, nasty. They don't weld consistently. And you just end up with a way better product in the end with a gas welder. Everybody talks about how expensive gas is, how expensive the machines are, etc., etc. That couldn't be more false. This machine here is a $500 Hobart machine you can get off eBay. I've had this thing for, I don't know, 5-6 years now, and I've probably shaved 15 days with it at least. I've carried it all over the place on location, different people's houses, different shops, all over the place. I literally beat the hell out of it. I've probably put 30 spools of wire through it, 50 bottles of gas at least. And it was cheap. Gas isn't real expensive either. I mean, usually you can go buy a bottle or you can rent a bottle. I mean, that's your choice. Renting them, you pay a fee every month, etc., etc. Buying them, you buy it and you take it and fill it up every time for a flat rate. But anyways, that's the welder. I'm just trying to encourage people not to use flux core machines because they're really not good for automotive use and just generally more of a pain in the ass, in my opinion. Alright, so I guess what we need to do now is start prepping some of these holes to put these plates in. And what I usually like to do is, if you want to walk over here, Dave. You see where I've done it here. You got to make sure you get all the paint off around these holes. You don't want any paint on there because all that's going to do is contaminate your well and make it pop, start fires, cause problems, blow holes, etc. So anytime you're going to put these plates on, you got to make sure that you prep the surface, make sure all the paint's off of it, make sure it's ready to weld nice and clean. Alright, so you go ahead and cut open this package.
How many people you got on yours?
I had 8. I'm down to 6.
Anybody got any questions so far?
No, I've only got one. Yes, that's okay.
Probably should have done this before we started.
You have 12 people waved at you. Just 13 now. Just waved at you.
Are they crew people?
Some of them are, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Dom's still here. Dom's got the EK with the H22.
KI beast mode?
Yeah, H to B. Zach said
The red EK.
Zach said he's here. Zach's got the bag Mazda 6.
Oh yeah. Isn't it silver?
Blue.
Blue? Oh, different car then.
Yeah.
These right here.
Don't even know. Stay tuned. You're about to see the magic happen. This man does phenom work.
Set this over here. You don't need it. These kits do come with instructions. It tells you where everything goes. Makes it easy for you. I just happen to know because I've done it. And it's fairly self-explanatory. So in most situations, we would cover the windshield with like wet towels or like a leather blanket or something like that. Because believe it or not, when these sparks from this welder hit that glass, it'll ruin it. I had to learn this the hard way on the very first day I ever shaved. The car belonged to a good friend of mine named Mike Paz. Some of you might know who he is.
Oh, Miguel.
But I ruined his windshield. And I had no idea that would even happen. So in most cases, you need to cover the windshield. Like I said, wet towels work fine, or like a leather blanket, something like that. But this car, the windshield's broke, so we don't necessarily need to worry about it. We're going to replace it. All right.
And just so you guys know, like, you cannot go blind by looking at the video while he's welding. You're not going to get retinal damage from watching him weld. The camera will not allow it.
Alright, let's see. Where are we going to start at? Alright, so we got this one already clean. We'll go ahead and get
I,
it.
however, am closing my eyes.
Basically what you do is you get one of these little magnets here. You can get them. Hey. You can get them just about anywhere. You can get them at auto parts stores. You can get them at Harbor Freight, all over the place, online, super cheap. But this magnet right here pretty much do the jobs for like these larger plates and stuff. But one works just fine too. Attach our magnet plate.
Okay, what did you do?
I
Oh,
made a
the
mistake.
relay's here.
I made a mistake that I have to mention. Alright, always mount these numbers away from the bay, because all this is going to do is just create more body work for you. And what's the point in having more body work? You take this number and you point it away from the engine bay. You got a nice flat surface, less body work, less problems. So, go ahead and put that back in there how it's supposed to go. She's falling in there. Sometimes. See, this is what I was talking about with 2 magnets. Makes it a little easier.
It's live, people.
Yeah. Fine to get us started. Alright, so since we're doing one of the plates that are on the firewall, that means it's possible that you can shoot sparks towards the inside of the vehicle. You can cause a fire, you can burn up the paint on the inside, you can burn up the insulation mat, etc., etc. So whenever you're welding these plates, any of the ones that are on the firewall, you need to have somebody inside with either like a soaking wet rag or like a spray bottle or something just to make sure nothing catches fire. So I'm going to ask Zoe if he could do that for me.
So Zoe's going to have to go back to his live stream or live stream from inside the car.
On this side, man.
Oh.
Yeah. All I'm going to do is tack it. I'm not going to weld any of these that are on the firewall. I don't want you to have to sit in here the whole time.
She's so naked.
So we're going to get them all tacked up. More than likely you won't have any problems, but... And don't look at it.
Yeah, close your eyes.
Yeah.
Can you, It's also a good idea to not wear shorts while you're welding, just so everyone knows. Alright, so we'll get this one tacked in place. What we'll probably do is we'll go ahead and tack the top and we'll move our magnet over to the bottom. Bottom, tack the bottom. One. There's two. Alright, now we'll hold that one in. Pretty simple, right? That didn't take long. Definitely would have taken a lot longer if you had to cut the piece yourself. That is for sure. So I guess.
Bronx75 wants to know how your weekend in Savannah was.
How my weekend was?
Yes.
It was fantastic.
Okay.
Oh, you went solo, didn't you?
I went to European Experience.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I was in the Volkswagen of America booth.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's sweet, man.
Thank you for asking.
Have you ever met Julio before? You may have. You might just not. Alright, so right now, so you don't have to be in there anymore. You don't want to
You're
be.
good. You're good, bud.
You sure?
Yeah, you don't have to be in there anymore. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and prep these holes. Because I'm not going to make Zoe sit in the car all night and watch this. I can weld these up at any time. These here, you don't really have to worry about fire watts so much because I can get to the outside, obviously. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go get some safety glasses and I'm going to go ahead and prep all these holes right here and we'll do these real quick.
So just for you guys that are new to shaving bays, this is kind of what it entails. A lot of removing of parts. This is about as proper as it gets.
grinder. Alright.
Smells like modification in here.
But as I was saying, this is the proper way to shave a bay. Putting metal plates in, welding it.
In my car, and happy it's the weight that came in the car, and it's coming out of the car because that shit in the light in the summer, like with the light when you're driving, you can't put the freaking visor down to protect your
Kindred
eyes.
Impulse has been doing shave bays for a very long time, so this is not our first rodeo, as you can tell.
I'm ready to have some sun visor.
This car are plans that still have AC and heat.
Once again,
This is a family car, and it is very possible to have those two things while still having a shave bay. If you don't believe us, just watch.
Because I'm going to drive every day, so.
Although we are going to hide most of it.
Oh, I didn't say we were going to see it. I just said it was going to be there. So, yeah.
I knew where my other red magnet was.
You loaned it. You loaned it to Gary.
Right, I did. Oh, was it Gary?
Yes, I think it was because I think that he did his son's bay. Someone's.
Alright. Tricky with that one. Yeah. Does make it a little more difficult not having.
Second magnet.
I've got this little one, but it's not the same. This kid especially, it's got really, really large holes. Plates are pretty big.
If you have any questions about this, feel free to ask. Any questions about welding bays or
Oh yeah, guys.
tucking harnesses or
Absolutely. And are you sure there's no volume? Like seriously, y'all can't hear this?
Volume again?
That's what they're saying, but I haven't done anything, so. We might not have been talking. I don't know.
if you can, go to LadyG _ ODB Welding Works and see if the video could be heard on there.
You're not really able to see them. I'm about to weld that one out. Just wanted y'all to see what the fitment looked like. How it goes in there. Alright, so let's go ahead and weld this one up. Babe, if you see anything burning under here,
No.
let me know.
Okay. Nothing is on fire.
I want to tack it on in a few more places since this is such a big plate. Alright, now we gotta kill the fan. At least
Big J, what do you mean?
Alright, now we're gonna go ahead and seal it up.
For those of you tuning in, this is Chris Pagan, owner of ODB Welding Works, and he's shaving a bay of one of his personal cars, his wifey's car.
He builds. It ain't his personal car. don't get it fucked up.
Don't get it twisted. It don't belong to me.
He builds pre-made kits to fill in holes, and right now he's showing us how easy the kit goes in and the process to get it welded and whatnot. We are here as a guest tonight to watch how the process is made.
Here's some of the pieces. You want to look at them?
Here's some of the plates that are made for this specific bay. He does make them for other cars, other Hondas so far.
I would really love to know if like the volume is really like. Can y'all hear me now?
Okay. So we'll move right along.
Mic is muted. That's weird. He's saying my mic is muted. I don't get how that could.
Who is that saying that?
Bronx 75 says
Really?
mic is muted, but
You see the only one in there saying it? Is there anybody else saying it?
well, other people did say it, babe. I'm trying
I
to.
just didn't know.
Yeah, I've got everything all the way up. Nothing is muted here.
I know they said that last time, and when we put
I
it
know.
on YouTube, it was fine.
It was fine.
All right.
So what he's doing there is he's tack welding a custom plate, a plate designed for this car. And then he's welding it in once it's tacked in.
Well, seeing as this is all fire and stuff, and I'm gonna get lit on fire. That's all I'm gonna do. I gotta look at it now because I gotta know when it's coming because I about just got lit on fire. Shit, I fucked it up.
Everyone bites the dust.
Hold on, babe.
Now, like we said before, this is a pre-made kit for this engine bay. He makes other kits for other Hondas. Right now, Civics and things of that nature, but he plans to go into other manufacturers soon. This is about what the kit looks like. It's all numbered. Almost a direct, perfect fit
I
for
was
each
trying
hole.
to see why the thing wasn't working, why the sound wasn't working.
And that's about what it
Now
looks like when it's
sitting
on.
there telling me that I'm flipping my thing back and forth, and
Are we still live?
I don't know. Just keep going. I have no idea what's going on here.
You got me, Big Poppy.
Yeah, you still got Zell.
Big Poppy.
Really good. I'm gonna end this one starting with ends.
And this guy's got like an epic beard. If we haven't discussed this before. You should see it. See it? See it? Well, you can have this one.
I don't know what's going on with this thing. It's not. It's
It
like
says
not doing
someone
anything.
went to yours and said you're still live. Someone went to yours and said you're still live.
I'm still live. It's doing weird shit right now. It's all
He says you're still
Look
live.
at this. Look at this.
Yeah.
It's like doing flipping back and forth and.
He said you're still live, but just no sound.
It's being fun right now. I don't know what's happening here. I'm trying to end. It's not letting me
Rachel giving us a thumbs up. Your eyes will not burn if you watch this. You can watch this, and they will not burn your eyelids.
What is going on here? Third stream. That's my wife is there.
For those just joining, we are shaving a bay.
Am I streaming your live stream right now? I might be, but I don't know what's happening, so. God, I can't. This just like screwed up so bad.
Baby, you can restart your phone. It's not gonna stop until you do it.
It's like literally freaking out.
Alright, don't wait for me.
What year is this thing?
This is a 93.
It's a 93 Honda Accord,
So the same 90 to 93.
93 Honda Accord wagon. It's got an H22 power plant. It is going to have a shave bay with AC and heat still in it and power steering. This is Monica's car, also known as LadyG.
And normally you couldn't shave that with AC, because that's where the dryer goes.
Right.
But we're moving it.
And for those tuning in, these are the plates that he is welding in. It is a kit designed for this engine bay to shave the holes, and he is welding them in.
Yeah, we got
All right.
4 of them in and 3 of them
I
out,
lost
so-
basically everything that we did at the beginning, but we don't have to go back through it. Well, you've got it. Yes, you've got it. Here, so
You can-
here again. Hopefully we have sound.
You can take it.
Yeah, just save it when you're done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please. If you just remember to save it for us, that would be great. So we lost. Oh yeah, we've got 3 people in the room like that. That's great. Hi guys, welcome. So, because I have to start over anyway, real quick, Chris is demoing his CB7 plate kit. Here are the pieces, various pieces, and here's what we've kind of put in so far. And one over here.
Now, for those that are curious, you always want to face the numbers out, away from the engine bay.
Yeah, there you go. That's the best way to explain it.
Did you come?
Because if you don't, you're just going to have more body work. So you face them away from the engine bay, and you weld them in, and that'll save you a lot of time.
They said they can't hear anything. No audio. WTF. I have no idea why no one can hear me. I've got 5 people in this room, and
Come on.
Tommy's asking where's the beer.
Tommy.
Tommy's a cab member. He's got a rotated turbo Subaru WX.
Huh. Yeah, normally we have beer, but I don't tonight. Didn't have time to stop and get any.
She's not asking if you can hear on my video. She's asking if you can hear on her video.
I had something in the mic hole. I had a plugged mic hole. I took my sharp, pointy object and fixed that shit.
This plate's kind of a pain because it's recessed. Might actually be easier to go from the bottom.
Flip it.
Yeah, this one's kind of a bitch. I might just have to kind of do it by hand, fit one side.
For those of you joining, we're doing a demonstration of a shave bay. This is ODB Welding Works himself, shaving the bay of LadyG's CB wagon. He's welding in a pre-made kit that he designed for this application. And we're showing a demonstration on how it all works.
Well time.
You want me to show your dimes when you're
Lazy
done?
Brown has asked the question. He's asked the question about the shock tower extensions. Okay, hold on. I'm going to flip this around. I'm going to talk to you guys for a second.
You hear me?
Hi, guys.
He wants me to show the dimes.
So,
It's just
no, there are no
dirty
shock tower
MIG welds, man.
extensions going on this CB7, and this is why. You do not really need shock tower extensions on a CB. Most of the time,
Are you doing straight CO2 or argon CO2?
What's that?
Are you doing straight CO2 or argon CO2 mix?
You're not actually
Argon CO2, 75-25.
Argon CO2 mix 75-25 for Thunderclap. This is the rest of the car. It's kind of in pieces because the car is getting completely redone. But it is a full, legit station wagon. It does have a 5-lug swap. It's getting a fully shaved bay, but the AC and the heat and power steering will remain because it's a family car. The power plant is an H22.
And on the website, we explain this in the chassis.
As we like to call it earlier, a lot of gang shit's going on. Feel free to ask more questions. Bronx 75, he said that he's not really dropping dimes as you per se. He's just trying to get this done, but here you go.
This is our friend Zoe. He is president of KI, Kindred Impulse. Yeah, I mean, seriously, these cars can go very, very low.
In a particular application like this, you don't put dimes on it because you're going to sand it down anyway. The point of it is to be smooth. So, right, and it's a MIG weld, not a TIG weld, so he's going to end up sanding it all down anyway, so there's no need for ultimate perfection.
No, I'm talking about the upper control arm. It's an EF. It's got the camera.
Again, feel free to ask any questions you want.
I don't remember who makes them.
They would love to answer them.
Okay. I'm sorry, that's a stupid question.
It's getting a wire tuck, brake line tuck. And if you have questions of other things that aren't particular to this video, such as the brake line tuck and wire tuck and things like that, feel free to ask.
Yes, we'll always answer it again. This is really when we really love taking you guys' questions, and you can ask complicated shit if you want to. Like, there's a good chance that we, especially between the three of us, probably know the answer.
What's your shoe size, Chris?
10.5.
10.5.
It is about an H22A. That's going to be my power plant. She's all stripped down. She's going to get painted, cleaned up. This is my intake. And my wallow parts. Oh my goodness.
Where's my little magnet here?
Thank you. If you go
Once again,
back on our Instagram,
this is a live feed for LadyG and ODB Welding Works.
what's it called? Our playlist that I put up on
This is LadyG's personal car.
YouTube. The first one has our project overview, and unfortunately, it's mostly talking to you about my project. 5-speed from the factory.
Keep in mind this is LadyG's car, so if you have questions to ask her, ask away. This car is getting a lot of rare parts on top of all the work it's getting done, so for those CB7 lovers.
Good, man. I don't use this one very often.
For those of you joining us, we are showing a demonstration of shaving a bay on a CB7 wagon.
Y'all hear me again?
The man welding is Chris Bagan, owner of ODB Welding Works. He is welding in plate kits that he personally made. These are kits that he also sells. They're direct fits for the holes that you'll be shaving. You can get them on his website. He plans to make applications for other vehicles.
Take a little 30 seconds in front of this fan.
Feel free to ask questions.
And it's hot.
If you have any questions of what's going on or questions of the build itself, Bronx75 wants to know what's the status on your pole for the power steering.
Oh.
The thing about the power steering is that's going to take quite a bit of investment as far as money goes. What I'm going to do with that is I think we're going to end up putting one on this car first.
As a prototype.
Yep, and then make sure everything works. And then go from there. I mean, it's going to be a little while on that whole thing. That was a feeler to see if anybody was even really interested in it.
Do you want to explain a little bit about what the goal is with the power steering rack?
Basically what I want to do is I want everybody to have power steering, keep their factory racks, and not have the factory system in the engine bay. Basically, the system will be moved somewhere else. And it won't be inside. It won't have the factory pump anymore, or the reservoir, or any of those lines, or any of that stuff.
That way you don't have a...
Lines to the rack are going to run underneath the car. You won't see any of it. Like I said, the first thing we're going to do, looks like we're probably going to do it on this car. We'll probably monitor directly after. So we're just going to have to play it by ear. And
Just so everyone knows, there are no manual rack options for CB7s. They all came, even the DX, came with power steering. So you can't just go out and find a manual rack for these. It's kind of a pain in the ass.
some people like to keep power steering. I mean, to be honest, the Honda scene is kind of aging in my opinion. Some of us are getting older. Some of us want power steering and air conditioning. And still have a clean bay.
Revolutionizing the bay game.
Where are we at here? I've got all these jobs. I don't need too many on the fire.
Yeah, and we should say we're not using a whole plate kit on this car. Because we're keeping so many options, not all of the holes that someone who's taking all the options out, they would use all of those. But because I'm running options, we're not using all of them.
Yeah, we're not going to use every single plate in this bay.
This car's gonna still have AC and heat. Still gonna have power steering.
Just hold on there.
This car plans to be driven more than just once a month.
Guys, you can buy the kit on odbweldingworksfab.com.
Yeah, like we said, we make them for EG, DC, EK, CRV, TA, EF, CB7, and I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure this CB7 kit will also work on BB1.
Oh.
I will find out soon. Once I find that out, I will put it up on the website for BB1 as well.
D-Wright asks, did you read up on the MR2 Spider electric power steering?
Yes, I have, and I actually don't like those pumps. They're too bulky, they're too loud, and they have a remote reservoir. Way too complicated of a system to try to hide. The system that I'm looking at is compact, built-in reservoir, one line in, one line out. It's a pump that doesn't exist here in America, actually. It has to be sourced from Europe. Don't want to really give out too many details about that yet, but when the time comes, especially when we go to install it on this car, we will reveal exactly what's going on there.
Now I got a question. Now I know the obvious the point of it is to minimize what you put in the car, but you ever thought about doing a GM style power steering and go just full electric?
Yeah, we actually discussed that. I've looked at a lot of different power steering options. I've looked at a lot of the ones they put on ATVs, a lot of the ones that come stock, that are just all electric, that aren't electric hydro, etc. But those systems, man, just to buy those gearboxes, you're spending $700 to $1,500 just for the gearbox, and then I got to retrofit it.
Right.
I've got to fabricate parts to make it work. What I'm looking at doing is just buying some parts, a custom harness, and some custom lines and some brackets. And it'll be able to be bolted on by a novice mechanic, somebody with little experience. It'll be pretty simple.
For those tuning in, we are doing a demonstration of a plate install for a shaved bay for a CB7 wagon. This is Chris from ODB Welding Works. The car that he is working on is LadyG. He is putting in custom-made plate kits for these bays that he has designed himself. An example of what they look like. If you have any questions about bays, about wiring harnesses, about CBs,
about what else?
about this particular build itself, feel free to ask.
Some of these are tricky because they're not flat. More flat on the bottom. Let's get in here.
Right now he's tacking on the plate so that it stays in place so it's easier for him to weld it on.
Yeah, you always want to tack it. If you don't, you're just going to warp the body and cause problems.
You will not go blind watching this. Any questions, feel free to ask.
Alright, so put it up. About halfway there.
Baby, what kind of Hobart is that?
Oh, it's a Hobart 140. Super cheap, plugs into a regular old plug, 120. It's like a $500 machine. Oh, sweating for the heat is not fun.
So hot.
We're actually almost done, man.
Yeah?
There's not much left. I've got a couple more over there, and after that, it'll be firewall stuff.
For those of you tuning in, we're doing a demonstration of a shaved bay
Too much firewall stuff.
on a CB7. That's Chris from ODB Welding Works. This is Lady G. It is her vehicle. The
It's
bay.
my face. What's up?
Doing a bay shave on this. Also a brake line tuck, wire tuck, AC and heat, and power steering. Plan to stay in this car. This is a family car.
So we're not using a whole kit.
It's a whole station wagon.
Got too many things going in there.
H22 power plant.
Here with our friend Zoe. Say hi, Zoe.
What up?
Zoe's president of Kindred Impulse, which is our affiliated car club. Part of the club, man.
OGs, triple OGs.
Yeah, for real. Been here a long time.
How long have we been doing this? 30, 40 minutes?
Something like that.
I can't see what time it is.
Got 7 of these plates installed in like 30 minutes.
What is the downtime of wire tucking?
Well, that really depends on how much ahead of time you've done. If you've already ordered your harness and you know what you're doing.
It really all depends on what exactly you want to stay in the car and what you want to leave the car.
Yeah. And how much of someone else's mess you have to clean up.
If you're wanting to do a tucked fuse box or not. A lot of variations to a wire tuck.
So Swaggin has asked how that bumper is working out and did Chris modify it yet? No.
We haven't had a chance to mess with it yet. We will though. Thanks for that, buddy.
Yeah, we do. I really do appreciate that. I had a couple offers from people very, very far away. Like, prohibitively far away.
Isn't that how it always works out? You're always on the wrong coast when you're trying to build something?
That one's still got paint on it. Take the paint off.
Is that guy?
When your notifications make it weird.
Mm-hmm. These are the plates that he is welding into this kit. He has made these plates himself. You can get it on his website. He makes these plates for almost every Honda application. This is how you properly shave a bay.
Lovely little construction kit.
This is a CB7 wagon.
This is a huge kit too.
AC, heat, and power steering plan to remain in this car. It's going to have a fully tucked engine harness, brake line tuck, H22 power plant.
Right now it's holding some Dunkin' Donut bags, but yes, that would be the issue.
The H22 power plant with no donut bags on it.
Donut bags. just gotta. See, at least it's good for something, right?
Right, right.
At least it's serving a
If you're
purpose.
not grab these, I guess you want to start.
Little ones. There you go. There you go, people.
Some
Different
of the
kids.
different ones we make. Everybody can see.
Well, you have to tell me what these are, because I don't know. They don't say it on there.
These are all the different OBD welding
Yeah,
work
these
kits.
are just all the different base shake kits. This is some of them. This is EK. This is EF, CB, EG.
And you can all buy these all online.
And that's whiskey right there for me. All of that rhymes.
Florida heat is way. Especially all over.
It's got a 5 lug on it.
It's
H22 power plant.
you
It
have
is
a
a
watch on.
station wagon.
So, you
Ma'am.
have a watch on. What time is it?
It's time for you to get a watch. Oh, 10:30.
Oh, so we've been on an hour.
Yeah, there's really not a whole lot more places to put in here except for the ones that are on the firewall. I'm not going to mess with any of those tonight.
All right, baby, let's talk about what comes after the plates.
What comes after the plates? Okay, basically you need to grind all your welds down as smoothly as humanly possible. What I like to do is use, now this one's completely blowing out the trash, but this is what you call a flat disc. Use the best tool you can use for grinding these welds down.
A floppy disk.
A flat disc.
I know.
It's like-
And I was,
I like to use these flat discs. Don't use the hard ones because the hard ones just tear up the bag. Everybody makes that mistake. I know they're cheaper. This costs $8. The other one costs $1.50. This $8 here will save you a lot of time, a lot of body work, and a lot of bullshit.
so in other words, stop cutting corners.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Lesson of the century, people.
Buy the expensive flat disc. Save yourself a lot of body work.
Buy the right
Yeah.
tools.
Once
Get
you
the
grind
job
these
done.
welds down, it's body work from there, and then that's really the preference. How far you want to go with that?
And how far are we going?
Basically, we're just going to be smoothing all of the small holes, all of these big holes that we shaved, and I'm going to grind out all the factory seam seal. And repaint it. That's pretty much it. It'll be like a mild shave. Not super shave, not a bunch of plates and stuff like that like I do on some of the other cars, but just taking care of the big holes and the small holes and cleaning out all the seams and get a nice fresh coat of paint on it.
P.S.
Look at all these brackets that are on the firewall and stuff too.
For those that don't know about taking seam seal out of an engine bay, it sucks. I am not even gonna be nice about it. I hate it,
Yeah, it's not fun.
but it is necessary if you want it to look good.
Yeah, because the factory just piles it in there. It's awful.
Yeah.
Baby. Thank you. It's much easier to hear you now.
Feel free to ask any questions. I see you guys all in there watching. I mean, I don't see you, but I assume you're watching.
Well, here, if you can show the crew list, since they're out and up here, and I'll do it again since I've got a couple people in the room.
Some of the rare parts.
Super rare things that I own. Like this lip. This lip is a Lucky Star lip. That I know of, I have the only one in the United States. I've never seen another one. The only pictures of it online are very old. I want to say they're 90s pictures.
Oh.
They come on the wagons. They are a wagon-specific kit. The other beautiful object I have up here is this real charge speed grill, and it's been around the block. It's going to need some attention, but yeah, this I am super excited for this front end because this is all going to be on its own bumper that will only go on when I take this out. It's not going to go out on a daily basis.
Yeah,
We're also going to do, for my fellow CD people, something very different. We're going to mount the brackets for the fog lights actually to the frame so that when I change out the bumpers, I don't have to worry about plugging and unplugging my fog lights. The whole bumper assembly in front of the fog lights is what's going to come off. The fog lights will stay underneath and attached to the frame, and then I can just slide them interchangeably on and off.
Hashtag baller.
I think so. Occasionally I have good ideas. Only occasionally. Most of the time my ideas are shit.
And the car's getting a complete.
That's why I said
Redone.
most of the time.
When it comes to cosmetic stuff, you're good at that.
It's getting repainted.
You know.
Color change.
Yeah, I think we're probably about done as far as welding goes. Just got that little bit of stuff on the firewall, just a few small holes, and I'll be ready to start grinding and doing body work.
So how do you save these bad boys?
What's that?
How do you save this bad boy?
When you hit end, up in the corner there will be an option to save. Well,
Someone,
guys.
someone said AKA Money Monica.
Yeah,
No,
sorry.
actually, these things have taken me years and years and years to acquire. I didn't just go out and buy this stuff one day on a whim.
Hashtag humble brags.
Ha. Okay. Well, guys, hey, thank you so much for coming
Sorry
and
for
hanging
the
out with
technical
us.
difficulties.
Yeah, sorry we lost the whole first half of this, and y'all couldn't hear some of it.
I didn't lose any of it.
I'm super glad you've got it all. So thank you, Zoe, for getting everything.
Yes, thank you.
All right. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye, guys.
And then when it says end my video, up here in the corner, it says save.